A lot of people think that successful athletes are successful because they're incredibly talented. When you think about Tiger Woods or Michael Jordan, you think, whoa, what amazing talent. Or Cal Ripken, how did he become such a legend? The truth is that they are some of the hardest working athletes around. For all these guys, sure, the talent helps, but hard work defines their paths to success. Imagine a young football star saying to his high school coach, "Hey coach, I think I'll just show up for the games. I don't want to spend time on the weights or practice." Or a gymnast saying that she'll just wing it on the balance beam. Successful athletes are made by the blood, sweat, and tears they put into honing their natural talents. And it's not just athletes. Chess masters have played tens of thousands of games of chess. A concert pianist practices his craft every day, sometimes for hours on end. Hard work on practice and the right tools pave the road to success in every field. I'm Bror Saxberg, Chief Learning Officer at K12. I want to spend a little time with you today giving you a taste of why we did things the way we did, the method behind our madness, much as a coach might explain the importance of techniques in a weight room. Our curriculum is based on cognitive science, decades of research, and tried and true methodologies. What does all that mean to you? Basically, it means we focus on how brains actually work, on the core concepts and skills kids need to succeed in each subject area, and on wrapping up our lessons with rich, engaging content that turns minds on. The first thing to know about our approach is that it really is based on tried and true methods. We take the words tried and true very seriously. By true, we mean research-based. When we first began developing our programs in the spring of 2000, we knew that early reading was probably the most important skill we could focus on. We needed a method that would work with the widest possible range of children. We read the research and identified a key group of research studies that seemed to us to have the best evidence about how learning to read should work. We sat down with one of the key researchers and asked her, "So, what's the program we should be using that best implements all this research work?" Her response, "None of them." So we made the decision to build it ourselves. Now, seen from one view, that was a crazy decision. There were many reading programs available at the time. Why didn't we just pick one? The reasons for us were clear and get at the heart of why we are different than other curriculum providers. Learning to read well right at the outset is incredibly important. Even math performance is linked tightly to reading performance for the first few years. Therefore, we needed the best possible approach to reading to maximize our kids' abilities to learn in all other subjects from then forward.
So this whiteboard is one of the things that comes in our tile kit, and it has letters that go on it. It has color tiles that go on it, and the color tiles we use is one of the ways that the kids can figure out how many sounds are in a word. So if you say dog, the first sound is d, g, and there have to be 3 different colors because they're 3 different sounds, and the kids really get this. Kids get this so much quicker than parents do. Parents want to remember that this green was the G and this red was the O and this blue was the D, and that's not the goal of this yet. The kids don't think that way yet, and so this is very helpful for them because they're able to see 3 sounds, 3 different sounds.
So we take the true part of tried and true very seriously. We also take the tried part very seriously as well. Most of education does not have anything like the clear evidence for success that reading research has built. Where those gaps exist, we look for examples of systematic, wide use of good materials that have led to successful, deep, wide-ranging learning over time. It's incredibly important to us to understand what these frameworks look like so that we and you can make the right down payments on future expertise. We call these frameworks the big ideas in a subject area, and we use them to help organize the content and focus for every new course we build. In addition to what we can find out from existing studies, we actually do the interviewing work ourselves with experts to find out the big ideas. We've done this with chemists, mathematicians, historians, writers, and more. We want to make sure we're making early down payments on these big ideas so that your children can choose what areas to become experts in later, not be blocked out because they simply didn't get the right starting points. For example, quantum mechanics is a core big idea in physics. But we haven't found any way to teach quantum mechanics to anyone under 18. Sorry. What we have done, though, is to make a down payment on something that can be a stumbling block. Waves. Waves are wet and fun and engaging. And while we have their minds engaged in thinking about and making waves, we're actually making the first down payment in elementary school on quantum mechanics. Imagine. We don't know of any other curriculum that has taken this approach. That's what K12 does better than anyone. Use the right cognitive science, the right visuals, the right interactions with you and the technology to make key learning for kids really come alive. How do we do all of this? It's all about our people, a tremendous team of experts across a wide variety of disciplines.
It's really good because a lot of kids learn visually. They can't learn just by reading the words on paper. They have to be able to see it and visualize it, and when we show it to them this way, it makes it absolutely clear for them to get the concept in their minds.
We've assembled an amazing assortment of cognitive scientists, mathematicians, botanists, musicians, flash designers, writers, historians, and more who share two things in common: deep, deep expertise in their area of focus and a tremendous personal passion for shaping young minds the right way.
Basically what I do is I take content that may, for some people, and particularly kids, may seem very boring. I make it exciting. I take that information and I try to paint pictures. I take the text and rearrange the text, work with visual designers and editors and people where we can put pictures in where they need to. What I try to do is make history come alive. So when students see the lessons, I want them to jump out at them. I want them to get excited.
We've adapted and varied and added to the core knowledge recommendations based upon our own continuing research into how children learn, how technology can enhance learning, and the best materials, whether on paper or online, to support that learning. Our curriculum offers rich, challenging, engaging content. Moreover, this content is carefully sequenced so that from one grade to the next, students build new knowledge on the strong foundations of what they've already learned. For example, in the elementary grades, our history program tells the story of civilization from the Stone Age to the Space Age. First graders get to meet the pharaohs of ancient Egypt. Second graders witness chariot races in the Roman Forum. Third graders marvel at the art and inventions of the Renaissance, while fourth graders land on the moon with Apollo astronauts. Our curriculum is designed to make sure that kids get the core knowledge they need, that they learn what they need to know to succeed and to thrive.
One other important piece we bring to bear helping kids master the big ideas is a clear understanding of what's hard for kids. In certain subjects, there's good research on kids' misconceptions to draw on. For example, fractions in this country are a complete train wreck. No kidding, a disaster. A survey of 10th graders a few years ago asked this fractions questions. Ready with your pencils now. What is the same as 5 1/4? A, 5 plus 1/4. B, 5 minus 1/4. C, 5 times 1/4. And D, 5 divided by 1/4. 40% of the kids who answered got this question wrong. That is seriously bad performance. To not understand fractions even to this level means these kids have no conception of what a fraction is at all. The problem is huge. In fact, many folks who will say their math skills died in algebra don't even realize it, but they died with fractions. They just didn't know it until they came to algebra. So you can see why we had confidence that we could give a wide range of kids a rich array of skills and knowledge. It's been done before. Still, you might wonder, is this really necessary for my child? Will the hard work for this really pay off longer term? This investment by you in working with your child's individual strengths and weaknesses will open up the opportunity for him to pursue careers that he wants to pursue. Your child will not be locked out of a choice because he did not have the right background at the right time. You will have done everything you could to open the doors for her and shown her by the time you've spent with her just how important learning is and how important her future is to you. We look forward to spending the year with you.